In an OpenSciEd classroom, we think about supporting absent students through a multi-layered system of supports. The first two layers, your embedded supports and catch-up systems, help most students rejoin the learning and the community after short absences. But sometimes absences become frequent or extended. A student misses several lessons in a row, is consistently tardy, or is absent after a suspension. When this happens, the usual systems may not be enough. That's where the third layer comes in. Deeper, individualized supports that help students rebuild confidence, belonging, and trust so they can rejoin both the learning and the classroom community. In this video, we'll look at 3 key steps in providing those supports: understanding what's going on, acting within your circle of influence, and partnering beyond the classroom. Step 1, understanding what might be going on. Deeper supports begin with curiosity. When absences become frequent or extended, it's important to pause and ask what might be happening beneath the surface. These absences can take different forms: one long absence, several shorter ones, or ongoing tardiness. Each is a signal that something is getting in the way of consistent participation. Before jumping into solutions, reflect on what might be contributing. Ask yourself, what do I know about this student's recent experiences? Have there been changes in their confidence or engagement? Do they feel connected to our class? These questions shift our focus from attendance to understanding, from why aren't they here to what might be keeping them away and how can I help remove that barrier. Now, not every cause of absenteeism is within your control, but every teacher has influence. So that leads us to step 2, act within your circle of influence. The most powerful tool in your circle of influence is belonging. The same approaches that supported students in the earlier layers, clear routines, visible learning, and caring communication, still matter here. But when absences become more frequent, the way you use those approaches becomes even more personal and intentional. One of the simplest ways to rebuild belonging is through an intentional welcome. A sincere, "I'm glad you're here," signals that the student's return is noticed and valued. From there, focus on rebuilding momentum, not perfection. Instead of trying to recreate everything that was missed, help the student connect to what the class has been figuring out and where the learning is headed next. 2 strategies are especially powerful for making that reconnection personal: a short one-on-one meeting or a personalized message. A brief one-on-one check-in conversation, even 5 minutes, can do more to rebuild confidence than a packet of makeup work. Begin with care. Say, "I'm glad you're back," and then ask what feels hardest about returning. Then decide together on one clear next step. A personalized message can serve the same purpose. A short note or email like, "We've missed your thinking in our discussion about thermal cups. Here's what we figured out and what's next." This blends clarity and care, reminding the students that they still have a place in the learning community. Whether spoken or written, these small moments of connection make the biggest difference. They show that communication is two-way, that the student's presence matters, and that the classroom story is ready for them to rejoin. Sometimes, the reasons behind a student's absence extend beyond what can be solved in the classroom. When that happens, it's time to turn to partnerships within and beyond the school. Schools are systems, with teachers, counselors, social workers, administrators, and families all playing a role in supporting students. As teachers, we're not expected to handle everything alone. The goal is to use the structures within that system and advocate for the support your students need when the barriers to attendance go beyond your circle of influence. Start by connecting with families. Families often hold valuable insight into what's happening and how to help. A short positive call or message, "We've missed their ideas in science class," builds trust and collaboration. Then, if necessary, collaborate with school support teams. Attendance challenges can stem from academic struggles, transportation issues, social stress, or emotional needs. Partnering with counselors, social workers, or attendance teams ensures students get coordinated support. When you reach out, share what you've noticed about the student's engagement and what you've already tried. Then work together to plan next steps, whether that's family outreach, additional check-ins, or a support plan for re-engagement. Remember, your advocacy matters. When you help connect a student to the right support system, You're helping the school work as it's designed, as a network of people who share the same goal of helping students return, rejoin, and succeed. The goal is one consistent message of care and expectation, so students experience a unified network of support, not mixed signals from different adults. Providing deeper individual supports isn't about reteaching everything a student missed, it's about rebuilding connection so they can find their place again in the learning and in the classroom community.